Hello, and thank you for joining us for the Black Hills AI webinar, Otto IP for Trademarks, Responding to Office Actions. A recording of this episode and the slides will be made available on the Black Hills AI YouTube channel, as well as the Black Hills AI website. Feel free to enter any questions using the Q&A feature in the Zoom menu. We invite you to follow us on LinkedIn and to visit our website to learn about our other webinars. And with that, I will turn things over to Mike.
Great, thanks, Sydney. Hi, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to join today, where we will cover how Otto IP can help with your trademark office action workflow. But before we get started, just as a reminder, a recording of today's webinar will be uploaded to our YouTube channel and also be shared with you after the presentation today. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type those into the question box, and we will have time at the end of this for a Q&A session. And again, please follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, and visit our website to see our upcoming webinars, as well as on-demand webinars. So for those of you that are new, our Otto IP team, just as a quick introduction, consists of our CEO, Jim Hallenbeck, our Chief AI Officer, Tom Marlowe, our online services product lead, Scott Otto, our training and development and support specialist, Erica Wynn, and myself. As a quick background, Black Hills AI was founded over 14 years ago by IP professionals. Otto IP, the tool that you'll see today, was designed to be a general purpose AI assistant for IP professionals. It can be used by attorneys, paralegals, and staff. And the focus on security here quickly, none of your data is retained or used for training. And Otto IP is closed off from the open web, ensuring that your work and your data remain confidential. So to start, I'm going to cover some of the ways that Otto IP can help support your office action work as it relates to your trademark practice. That includes the initial review and triage of your documents, so summarizing your files, things of that nature, identifying refusals, things like that. Quality control of your drafted response, making sure that everything is correct. If there's any client-specific items that need to be included, those are included as well. Helping you analyze and respond to specific refusals, such as likelihood of confusion and descriptiveness. Helping to analyze and respond to specimen refusals, identification of goods and services refusals. Summarizing and drafting language for disclaimer requirements, surname refusals, geographically descriptive refusals, ornamentality refusals, helping to draft the actual response, and helping to support your post-response and evidence and declaration tasks. This is not a all-inclusive list. Otto IP can help analyze both text and images. So if you have image marks, you can upload those and have Otto analyze the actual images as well, the logos. So again, this is not an all-inclusive list, but just to give you an idea of how a tool like Otto IP can help. So the first thing I'm going to focus on is our office action response guided skill. So if you're new to Otto IP, if this is your first webinar, a guided skill includes preloaded LLM instructions and prompts designed to help a specific task. So in this case, specifically designed to help analyze the office action, various rejection types, and then to help you draft a response. So what you see here is what we call a workspace. And I have my files uploaded, so an application with a specimen, an additional specimen, and the office action that we received from the USPTO. So I'm going to start a new session and open up our guided skill library, filter to our trademark category, and launch our USPTO office action response guided skill. So when you launch a guided skill, it's going to start a new session. You'll see the user guide and the LLM instructions. The LLM instructions is additional information and context for Otto to work from when answering your prompts, as well as the preloaded prompts. So we're going to attach the files to context. And for this scenario, I'm going to use prompt number 4. So Otto's going to analyze the office action and create a response strategy, outlining the 4 items that you see in the prompt. So when you use a guided skill, and when you have the files attached, what Otto's doing is analyzing the files, using the LLM instructions as additional context, and then answering your prompt. So in this case, the 4 bullet points that was in the preloaded prompt. So here's the response. You'll see each item listed, so each refusal, response strategies, likelihood of success. And you can also type in your own prompts and still leverage the LLM instructions that are in the guided skill. So you don't have to use the preloaded prompts. You can use one or multiple of the preloaded prompts to get started. Then you can do your own prompting. So here's the response to our custom prompt. And you can copy any response text to your clipboard and also save it to the AI Docs folder. And what I'm going to show you here is how you can save output from one session to your AI Docs folder and then attach it to context in a new session. So this is the same chat session that we just went through. You'll see I've renamed it, so you can rename them for organizational purposes. We're going to scroll here to the bottom of the initial response. We're going to save it to our AI Docs folder. We'll give it a name. And we'll save that. So now this prompt response is saved to the workspace in the AI Docs folder. So you can come back and view the response at any point. You can edit the file as well. So Otto IP allows you to edit docx files directly within the tool. So if you want to add additional prompt responses to this, your own notes, you can do so. And when you're done, you can save the doc and then download it externally. We're going to start a new session and we'll just launch a standard conversational session. We'll attach the response strategy. And then again, the initial files. And then we'll prompt Otto IP to draft a response. So the benefit here is this allows you to take output from one session and then use it as context for the new session. So each session that you have within a workspace is a contained separate environment. So there's no sharing of the conversation history. There's no commingling of the data. But you can save the response to your AI doc folder. The other benefit there is once you save it, if you'd like, you can delete the original session. And when you delete an item from Otto IP, whether it's the session, a file, the entire workspace, when you delete something, it's completely removed from the tool as if it never existed in the first place. So that allows you to control what still exists within Otto IP and what doesn't. So this is a draft response based on the strategy from the first session. And we attach it as context to this new session and had Otto draft the response. Another guided skill that's available within the library is to help with a distinctiveness assessment. So again, has preloaded LLM instructions and prompts designed to help analyze the strength and distinctiveness of your mark, as well as respond to any office actions that has a distinctiveness refusal. So this is the same workspace. This is the same set of documents I uploaded for the office action response. So we'll launch the guided skill library. Again, filter by the trademark category. And we'll launch the distinctiveness assessment guided skill. We'll attach the files to context. Again, you can review the user instructions and LLM instructions at any point. And if you hit the drop-down caret and for the preloaded prompt, you can review the text for the prompt. So I'm going to start with prompt 4. One nice feature as well is when you do select a preloaded prompt, you can add your own text to it. So in this case, I'm going to add the mark and then the goods and services description. So at any point, you can use a preloaded prompt, and then you can add your own text to it to customize it to fit your needs. So Otto's wrapping up its response. Again, you can copy the text to your clipboard. You can save it to your AI Docs folder, as I just showed you. And again, you can leverage multiple preloaded prompts in one session, as well as using your own, as I just showed you. So this is the same conversation history. We use prompt 4. So I'm going to leverage prompt 5, which is to help create a strategy for strengthening the mark's distinctiveness over the next 2 or 3 years. So this prompt includes analysis of what is needed to help increase the distinctiveness of the mark, as well as things to avoid. Now, if you have your own rationale behind this, you can attach that to context as an additional file. You can put that rationale in your prompt to further customize the output to better fit your customizations. And again, you can enter your own prompt as well. So asking it to draft a client email. The last thing I wanted to cover today here is the ability to customize and create your own guided skills within Otto IP. So we have a preloaded library of guided skills that you'll have access to as a user of Otto IP. We have over 70 for different categories: agreements, patents, trademarks. You can customize what we've created, and you can also create your own custom guided skill from scratch. So what you see here is the guided skill library. And once you've found the guided skill that you want to edit, you'll hit the copy and edit button. That's going to open up each category within the guided skill. So the name, the publisher, the categories, the user guide, the LLM instructions, resource documents, as well as the prompts. So again, this is what we've created. And you can edit any of these sections. You can add your own resource documents. You can edit or delete our prompts. You can create your own prompts. And when you're done, you hit the create button. You'll still have access to our original guided skill, and you'll have access to your custom guided skill. And if you hit the blue plus button in the top left, you can create a guided skill from scratch. Again, updating the user guide, which would be instructions to the user, the LLM instructions, resource documents. So anything that you would want to customize for the firm or for the team, you can do so within Otto IP. And then you can filter by publisher, and you'll be able to see what custom guided skills are available based on the publisher. So what you see here is a list of 5 guided skills that I created from scratch and include myself as the publisher. So this really allows you to not only customize the experience, but really standardize the experience for the users based on firm customizations or team customizations. So we'll now open it up to Q&A. We'll answer any questions that were submitted through the chat, but I just wanted to thank everyone again for taking some time in your afternoon or morning, depending upon where you're at, to join us today and review the basics of leveraging Otto IP to help with your office action tasks for your trademark practice. You can reach out to sales@blackhills.ai. You can reach out directly to Jim or myself if you have any questions, if you want to see a live demo and the start of free trial. So thank you again for your time, and we'll open it up to any questions that were posed in the chat.
All right, first question, Mike, is are we able to provide you with a response template we'd like to use?
Yes. Yes. So you can upload your response template as an additional file that you can add to context. You can also upload that template to the custom guided skill. So one of the sections for the guided skill was the resource documents. So you could upload the template there. So the benefit of having it preloaded in the guided skill is that when you attach that guided skill to the session, that document will already be in context. You can leverage, that document from the very beginning without having to upload it as an additional file. So whether you're leveraging a preloaded prompt or you do your own prompting that references that template, that will be in context if it's part of the guided skill.
Okay. And another one is when uploading an image to the tool for analyzing, does it include color?
If there's color in the image, you'll be able to analyze that. So one of the session types, when you start a new session, there's 5 session types. So there's the guided skill, there's the standard conversational. Those are the 2 that I showed today. But there's also an image analysis session type. So you would launch the image analysis session. You would attach that image to context. You would do your analysis of that image, get what you want out of it, and then save that response or responses as an AI doc, that you would add to your AI doc folder, and then you would just attach that to context. So that analysis of the image, you would just attach that to context in your new session, whether that's leveraging a guided skill or just standard text-based. You can add that image analysis to context along with your other files like the office action, like the application, and then do your further analysis and response drafting from there.
I'm going to read this as written. Confirming this tool, this is the tool we would use after signing up for your service. We wouldn't give you guys the office action and have you guys do this, correct? If so, is this a cloud-based program or something we would put on our server?
So Otto IP is cloud-based. So you would have a unique username and password that you'd use to log in. If single sign-on is leveraged, we can set that up for further security. So we can set up single sign-on for Otto IP. Now, Otto IP can be set up as a standalone service, or it can be bundled with our other automation services like docketing. And so you don't have to be one of our docketing clients to use Otto IP. If you just want to leverage Otto IP as a standalone tool, you're able to do that. And you can set that up as a standalone without having to use Black Hills for anything else. I think I hit all the question, right, Scott?
I think you did, yeah.
Okay.
If the person who submitted that, they just said thank you, so we're good.
Okay.
How long are the free trials?
That's a great question. So our trial is zero cost and for a 2-month period. During the trial period, we'll host an initial kickoff call with the test group. There's no limit to the number of seats that you can set up for the trial period. So we'll host a kickoff call, and then during the trial period, we'll have a standing call. Typically, it's every 2 or 3 weeks, sometimes once a month. But the design for that call is for the group to join if they're available, to bring, questions, issues, comments, anything that they've seen, what they like, don't like, things like that, to the call, so that we can review it, we can talk through it. If there's any, strategies for prompting, things like that, then we're available to help with that. So we'll have those standing calls so you're supported during the trial period. And then you'll also be able to leverage our auto support team, so myself, Scott, and Erica, with any questions. And so if there's ever a need for, say, like a one-on-one training session or a smaller group session, things like that, where you're running into issues or just have a question, you can reach out to support and we'll be able to help you and answer any questions that you have. And that support won't stop if you do decide to leverage the tool full time. So you'll have support both during the trial and if you decide to use the tool full time.
And the questions queue is clear.
All right, thanks, Scott. Well, thanks again, everyone. If you do have any questions that come up, please reach out to myself directly or to sales, and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. I wanted to thank everyone again for the time, and have a great rest of your week.